Hey, you all too curious and a little bit crazy future Doberman owners. Have you ever wondered what it's really like to own one of these incredible dogs on a day-to-day basis? Well, I'm about to spill the beans with 6 raw truths that cover the good, the bad, and the downright hilarious moments that you're gonna face owning one of these just strange dogs. That's right, we're diving into the wild, just wonderful daily flow of life when you're a Doberman owner, which I'm betting means a drastic change to your life, frankly, and I know that you know what I mean if you own one of these dogs. These are unique dogs, so, I mean, I don't know, I guess it makes sense that they have such crazy, weird days, right? All right, let's start with number 1, the early rise ritual, which kicks off bright and early at 6 a.m. Dobermans don't mess around, and they certainly don't sleep in. Now, my first Doberman's favorite trick was to slam his wet nose straight into my cheek, hold it in, and breathe a while, staring at me intently until I woke up. What a great way to start the day every single day, right? You thought you could sleep in on your Saturday. And once you wake up, it's straight out the dog door to go to the bathroom and then straight back in because your high drive dog is ready to rock. Then comes 7 a.m., the energy overload. The problem is, right around 7 a.m., your Doberman needs everything immediately. This highly owner-focused dog, it needs your attention in a really bad way, but it also wants to exercise, and they need to eat their breakfast, and they need it all like right now. Okay, so then you get out your bowl, you get out some food and prep it for them, hopefully something fresh and good for them, because it really helps reduce their anxiety, and these dogs tend to have a lot of anxiety. Then you feed them, which lasts pretty quick, because these are big dogs that eat quick, and then after breakfast, it's straight to the water bowl, where they lick up probably about like 3 gallons of water, and they spill about 2 of it out of their lips onto the floor, creating the wet sock zone. Finally, breakfast is done. You're good, right? Nope. Their energy is kicking in, and man, do they want to go somewhere and do something. And by the way, guys, the only reason I'm able to make this timeline for you is because Dobermans are just so predictable. They all pretty much do this. 9 a.m., the pre-walk excitement. Now, around 9 a.m. as a Doberman owner, you're basically kind of just trying to hold everything together. You're kind of trying to keep your world from falling apart. And your Doberman is doing everything. They're getting in your face, climbing in your lap, and flipping the hell out. And if you're lucky around this time, your Doberman will kind of sit down and start gnawing on a toy, giving you about 15 minutes to get yourself ready. 10 a.m., walk and train time. Why isn't it just called walk time? Well, because that would be too simple. You, my friend, own a Doberman, so you don't get to just stroll down the street like you got, I don't know, a poodle. You, sir, need to always be training them and keeping their focus on you. If you don't push these dogs and really challenge them and train them all the time, their high levels of intelligence will take over, and you'll have this anxiety-ridden dog who can literally trash your entire house with their anxiety. So you go out on your walk, working on, I don't know, the watch me command, the find it command, working on luring, practicing, keeping the heeling position, making them stop when you cross the street, waiting for command, always communicating, always directing. Why? Because Dobermans love to please their owners, they're loyal to a fault, and they're focused on you. So always communicating with them is really kind of a must with this breed. Now on this walk, you're getting people staring at you, getting cars slowing down, you might even have people cross the street to avoid, you know, your big, powerful, scary dog, even though you know the biggest risk they have is getting licked and slobbered all over. 12 o'clock, the stare down. Now, sometime around noon, after you're back from your walk, trying to unwind, you're gonna be getting the stare down because your Doberman is hungry. Now, not all Doberman owners feed their dog 3 meals a day. You can get away with 2 when they're older, but definitely when they're younger, you're gonna wanna have 3. And as one of the absolute most intelligent dogs in the world, trust me, your Doberman will know when it's lunchtime, and all that Doberman eye contact that they're known for will turn into a staring contest. And good luck, because you're gonna need it, and you're not gonna win. Honestly, I sometimes think they try to hypnotize you into feeding them quicker. Anyway, you pull out the bowl, you prep the food, you slap the food in the bowl, and bring it to them, and they're bouncing around like a bunny rabbit. And that's when you try to take control. Ask a few commands, get your dog to do them before they get a release command, then you just buy yourself, I don't know, a few minutes while they're eating. Great job, got yourself a couple minutes. Whoa, hold the phone. You just power through that stare down, and your Doberman is demanding lunch, what do you do? And luckily that's where Ollie comes in to save the day with their vet nutritionist crafted meals that are delivered straight to your door. Imagine fueling those high energy moments I talked about with real high quality chicken, lamb, beef, turkey, and even pork dishes. And all these recipes are made with real fruits and veggies and real grains so that your pup can have the absolute best each and every day. And Ollie meals have no fillers, no preservatives, artificial flavors, none of that stuff. It's just real clean ingredients like you get in your own kitchen. It's like you home cooked these meals, except you were, I don't know, some professional who knew exactly how to perfectly balance the meals too. It's really amazing stuff, guys, and it really powers these dogs just beautifully. So head on over to DobermanPlanet.com/freshfood, or you can click the link down below in the description and it'll take you straight to Ollie's website where you can enter in the details of your dog and see their recommended customized meal plans specific to your situation. Then at checkout, just use the code DobermanPlanet, all caps, and it'll get you 60% off your first box with them. And then you can start feeling just really good every time you set that bowl down in front of your dog. 1 p.m., cuddle time. Guess what? If you made it to 1 p.m. and they got a full stomach from that lunch in them, you actually might get a little break. Because this is a time where Dobermans love to just curl up and collapse. But you're not completely off the hook because their favorite place is right in your lap. And this 100 pounds of muscular dog, they're coming for you whether you like it or not. Now this is where a lot of you work from home folks out there who own a Doberman, you like to try to sneak away, for that Zoom call. And sometimes you can be successful here during this cuddle time. I mean, it's worth a shot. I mean, you gotta make a living at some point, right? But guess what happens at 3 p.m.? It's aftershock time. Your Doberman is up again. What the hell? You thought you just got through it, right? They want some more exercise. You can take them out running, you can go on an adventure, you can go for a hike. All these are great options, but you gotta do something because your Doberman needs you, like now. Personally, if it was a busy day for me and I can't take my Doberman out for some exciting adventure during this 3 p.m. energy burst, I like to do maybe some training with lots of high-focused work followed by the flirt pole. It really runs my Doberman down and really makes him feel good at the end. 5 p.m., errand time. Dobermans do not like to be left alone. And around 5 p.m. or so, after this kind of aftershock burst of energy has kind of happened and come and gone, it's a great time to take them with you out to go in public and run errands. And it's really great to do, honestly, because socialization is incredibly important for this dog. They can get extremely comfortable in crowds and be just a wonderful companion, but it won't happen unless you expose them to these large crowds. Just beware though, this is also one of their peak protection times, it seems like, where they seem to get like a little extra defensive, probably because dusk is coming and the sun is starting to get low, depending on where you are in the time of year. And after all, you have one of the world's best breeds for personal protection of humans. And they're bred for that from the beginning. So they're gonna do their job pretty much instinctively. But use it to your advantage. Have them watch your back while you're at the ATM, or keep an eye on strangers as they pass by. And don't be surprised if they spot one person in a crowd that they just really don't like, and they give it like a low growl as they're passing by. These dogs will read people like you absolutely won't believe. Trust their instincts. 8 p.m., the witching hour. Okay, now if you made it this far, sometime around 8 p.m., plus or minus an hour or so, is what us Doberman owners call the witching hour. And it's a really scary time, because this is when your Doberman is gonna let out all that excess energy that they built out throughout the day. And trust me, it's a lot. And it usually looks like a bad case of the zoomies, more technically called FRAPs, frenetic random activity periods. But that's just, for you nerds out there. This is when your Doberman freaks out, running in circles, launching like a missile up and down your hallways, and doing donuts on your bed and your couch. They just generally lose their mind right about now. Just get out of the way, let it happen. It's better for everyone. Oh, and get your camera out too, by the way, during this time. It's gonna be pretty funny, and yeah, just thank me later. 10 p.m., bedtime. But your Doberman's not gonna go to bed unless you do too. And when you do finally crawl into bed, you can expect this 100-pound animal to walk in circles a few times on your bed, maybe one or two, and then suddenly drop all their force right on top of you. Then they're gonna let out a big exhale, and then begins a nighttime wrestling match. Trust me, all the Dobermans do this. That's because all night long, they're either gonna be right on top of you, or they're gonna be pressing their back into you and stretching out as much as possible. And that king bed that you once had, it now turns into a twin, if you're lucky, or maybe a single, maybe honestly more like a cot. You don't get much room. Congrats, you just made it through the entire day owning a Doberman. Whew. Owning a Doberman is a little bit of a roller coaster, isn't it? Well, now you know exactly what to expect. Well, sort of. They love to throw you a few curveballs now and then too. Do you love these moments, and do these things happen to you and your Doberman? Share it in the comments below. Type "my day" in the comments and write all about your day and tell us a little bit more. We'd love to keep building this community of Doberman owners together, and sometimes you guys have some really funny, interesting behaviors that you've seen from your dogs. And if you're just curious about this breed and that's why you're watching this video today, check out these videos that are popping up on your screen right now. You can learn a lot more about this incredibly unique breed of dog. This is why we love the Doberman. See you guys next week. Thanks so much for hanging out.